Matt Gierhart is head of social media at Ogilvy. Matt, social media makes lots of information available, but what issues compromise the value of quantity?
Well, the value of social media is quite rich because there are so many consumers giving honest feedback about your company. The challenge is that a lot of times it's really loud and really negative, and sometimes it's about kind of nothing that you can actually use with. So there's a lot of noise. So it takes a verification process to kind of figure out what's actually useful.
So how do we go about verifying this sort of content?
Sure. There have been two major ways that companies have gone about verifying social media content. One is giving it over to the research company, and the research company will go about the standard ways of verifying by having a focus group or doing a field study. They just use social media as a point of inspiration. The other is where companies take on more of an investigative role from the strategic point of view. So different sections of the company will actually dive into this content to figure out what is this consumer trying to say. This happened really well in the journalism field with Andy Carvin, and he's the head of social media at NPR, and as he dove into the Arab Spring social media content that was coming out and also the Sandy Hook shooting, he was able to verify who was saying correct information and who wasn't. And this was a really outstanding work because he just practiced investigation.
So how do we learn to trust this sort of content?
Well, one of the things I tell my team is that their first task whenever they see any piece of social media content is to answer the question, why did someone take the time out of their day to put this online? Are they trying to build relationships? Are they trying to make people laugh? Are they trying to be provocative? Are they trying to spread information? They have to answer that why. And once we start with why someone is taking the time to put it online, we start our methodology about verifying and understanding what this actually means for the business.
Okay, so what's the significance of lots of verified information channels to organizations?
Sure. I think the significance of having a lot of verified consumer reactions is a more consumer-centric model across the entire company. And this can affect everything from marcoms in the most obvious way in PR, but also things like R&D, distribution, and even operations and customer service. So it's about having a more consumer-centric model across your business.
Matt, thank you.
Thanks a lot.